the splendor, reaches out to a lover like me again. Sunrise and love, everlasting. Sunrise, love for everybody. Sunrise in outer space, love for every face. Sunrise in outer space, love for every face. It's good, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
This is truly incredible, and I'm so excited. And I'm gonna bring y'all up here to say a few words to welcome everybody. But I just want to take the moment to thank y'all for all the work that y'all have done coming to Birmingham and you know, showing so many people and telling so many people about SunRa, myself included.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. We are very moved. We arrived in Birmingham 2.5 years ago, and so that's almost the end of our trip here, and we are very moved to welcome you all for this departure anniversary. So thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
We are doing a 16mm, so old school type of film about SunRa in Birmingham. So it's very precise, and it's a movie in 10 chapters about SunRa's moments in Birmingham. And tonight is the 10th and last chapter of the film. So you are all welcome to be in this film. And now we're going to film a great scene because Jaman Hill is our MC, but he's also the one who is going to read SunRa's poem called The Magic City.
This city is the universe because it is that city of all natural creation. It is surrounded by the wilderness, the encircling forest of the edge of itself, all that is endlessly beyond. This city is the Magi's thought. This city is the magic of the Magi's thought. The idea, the calculated knowledge of it eternally balanced by the uncalculated presence of the intuition, potential intruder, the being. Harmonic precision, celestial being, chromatic rays race. There are angels. There are angels. They guard and watch, permit and limit either way. They are powers, principalities and thrones. They dwell within as well as without the city. The third heaven slaves. Who and what and why are they? I see places of disguise. Hidden monarchs of the past hid them. The Magi appears as one of them, but they are not. And he, the master Magi, is not. I see places of disguise. The humanitarians are the cosmo-cursed oath of the living God's second-born. They are not the firstborn. And all of this is thus. For someone wrote these words. The second child shall stand in his stead. The heavens are like a scroll, blended with circles surrounding earth. And what do we see? Behold, behold, the stars are writing of the destiny of those within the hand of fate. That teacher, that majesty, that pristine deceiver, that Magi of belittled, be diminished fame, that Magi. For the Magi is miracle. magic of it all, the Magi is all, the all-magic citizen of the magic city, of the magic universe.
The Nick and other places.
We got a banter. Banter.
Yeah, rap, man,
Hey,
rap.
Come here. Come here, Jamal. This is the hook. I was told to be brief, but when talking about Sun Ra, it's very difficult to be brief, so if I go over, you feel
Yank
free
him
to
off
hook.
the stage, yeah.
Okay. So I'm supposed to kind of do a Sun Ra 101, brief. It's Mission Impossible. He is probably the most accomplished jazz man ever to come out of Birmingham, but he is not that well known here. He's more well known in New York City, in Europe, and he is just a major figure in the history of jazz. He was born here in Birmingham in 1914, and he is a product of Parker High School and the great Fess Watley, educated here, which is a tremendous tradition of jazz education in the schools that we have here in Birmingham. So he comes right out of that, and he continued that tradition. Birmingham produced a handful of great jazz men and women, but more than that, Birmingham has produced solid players that filled the orchestras of the Duke and the Count and all the great orchestras of the swing era. Sun Ra moved to Chicago in 1946. Chicago was the center of jazz at that time, and he formed the orchestra. But we need to banter, Lee.
Yeah, you want me to help you out? Well, so yeah, Sun Ra left Birmingham, moved to Chicago initially in '46, but then also moved around to New York and then eventually to Philly and created these great communal spaces and homes where he taught the orchestra with these just marathon sessions and practices and rehearsals, part of Birmingham legend and lore. And Craig, you were there at those performances, right? What were they like?
I was at the Nick, and I guarantee you the Nick was transformed that night. It's pretty much my favorite night ever there, and we have some photographs of it, including a great one of him right in front of the Nick sign. It's on the altar here, and there's a lot of photographs on the altar. So.
Clap it up. Into this planet, your spirit puts patience on Zion and leaves pain at the altar. Never lose your faith. Never lose the hope you have for you, because you be. And that be beautiful. All right, G. Bodil.
Well,
we can't stop it. Ba 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 ba, yeah. Ba ba ba, yeah, yeah. Right now I feel that I could cry. Yeah. All my friends are doing time, nothing but time down in the deep south. Really blue. Thank you very much.
All the universe sings with its own voice, every blade of grass quivering underfoot, every leaf on every twig, every speck of dust, every planet, star, galaxy floating on every cosmic breeze, all of the irreducible dimension of time. Every line is a path counted like the slug tracks in the morning dew. The worm raising its head to hear its own voice, waving like moonbeams passing, fading, never stopping, always returning, more than less than gone, but to not gone. Hear them all at once. Flowers, screaming tremolos, the rocks whispering, more time, more time. Time is for sipping, to caress, tickling the brain, making it itch with a needle, tracing an ever finer line, deeper and deeper, finer and finer, to a dimensionless point. Back to nothing, the all-inclusive void. One is infinity. There's one sky, one universe. Time is finity, many stars, much time. The sky is full of stars, each with its own sky, each sky full of stars. Kiss the earth with her hair full of stars. She opens her great black lips to you and takes you, swallows you into her blackness. Behold the patterns in the sand, the ripples in the water, the beating of a heart. Your ears are full of wax, your eyes are sealed with clay, and the wax sings and the clay vibrates colors. Time is a forest, many trees, each tree a world of time. The vines encircle the trees like the planets, the suns, the galaxies, each other, to fill the air with their flowers, playing the high notes. The universe is a home of worlds, every world a home of homes, every home a home of worlds. Every home is a family of voices, of crystalline edges, faces. A crystalline palace of voices, of faces, of edges. One face, one edge, one voice.
So I wrote this upon his passing. It's called The King of Cats is Dead, in memory of SunRa. When the world was in darkness, and darkness was ignorance, along came Ra. When the world was in darkness, and darkness was ignorance, Along came Ra. Said I to my familiar upon rising from our bed, it's after the end of the world and the king of cats is dead. Last night I heard a yowling, a growling in the street, as if the dead were rising to an otherworldly beat. Down the stairs and out the door I crept on slippered feet, fearful of what I would find, terrified of who I might meet. You may think this but a dream, but as the wails grew louder, thousands upon thousands of cats marched down the street in clouder. This army of grave grimalkins, such a keening did maintain, their caterwauls could wake the dead, their wails could rend the sane. Claws extended and bristled backs, their spittle frothed the air. Green eyes glowing, and in the middle a shining casket they did bear. As my sanity began to tear from sofa-sharpened claws, the procession came to stand still. The cacophony came to pause. The sarcophagus opened to reveal a form as dark as space, eyes shining bright as moonbeams, a cat of angelic race. The cats leapt in frenzy to see their king born anew. Triumphant yowls, reverent bows, angels' feet shuffled the midnight dew. The cat king raised one paw and immediately got their tongues. As he began to speak, every syllable was sung. Death is just a change in rhythm of the music we call life. A time to return back home and end all earthly strife. My choir of cats, let us join in our journey to the sky. It's after the end of the world and time for us to fly. Upon their king's cue, each cat rocketed toward the sun. Soon all had left the planet, leaving their king, the only one. Before he launched from planet Earth, he appraised this world with golden eyes. Then he sealed his spaceship and lifted off with this cry. If you find Earth boring, just the same old, same thing, come on and sign up with Outer Spaceways Incorporated. If you find Earth boring, just the same old, same thing, come on and sign up with Outer Spaceways Incorporated. If you find Earth boring, just the same old, same thing, come on and sign up with Outer Spaceways Incorporated. Silent, I crawled into bed. Thoughts orbited my head, the interweaving of all things, how to fly without wings, remembering all seen and said. As my eyes began to close, the sound of the orchestra arose, pianos and trumpets and cats, angels and trombones and sax, and I know without doubt that they will come back. So said I to my familiar, upon rising from our bed, arch your back, feel the dread, bare your teeth, cat the streets. It's after the end of the world, and the king of cats is dead. Thank you all very much.
reaches out to a lover like me again. Sunrise and love, everlasting. Sunrise, love everlasting, that speaks to me in metaphysical harmony. Sunrise and love, everlasting. Dee-dee-dee, sunrise, love is a splendor, forward and onward to delight in a mystery. Sunrise and love, 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 everlasting. When the world was in darkness, darkness was ignorance, along came Ra. When the world was in darkness, darkness was ignorance, along came Ra. Sunrise, love for all to see. Sunrise in outer space, love for every face. Sunrise in outer space, love for everybody. Sunrise in outer space, love for every face. Sunrise in outer space, love for everybody. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lee. I'm supposed to be real brief, so I will be. But what we are about to see is some special footage from the legacy of SunRa, and we're going to do it in two parts. First of all, I will say that since Guillaume and Pablo and Alexi have been coming back and forth to Birmingham, we've really been discovering a lot of SunRa history and legacy together, and it's been a really beautiful thing. The two segments that we're going to see tonight, we're going to do it kind of like a New Orleans funeral. We'll start with some mourning as we look at the memorial service that sent SunRa back to the cosmos from here in Birmingham. There'll be a real quick break while they change some camera things, but then we'll have some celebration. So I'll probably be back to introduce the celebration as well. But I do want to say that we have footage from Southern Dance Works here in Birmingham, a performance by SunRa from 1989. That footage provided by George Mustaller. And the footage that we have of the memorial service of SunRa, we are grateful to the family of SunRa, some of whom are here tonight. Wilma Stewart, SunRa's great niece, and her husband David Stewart are here. So thanks to them for providing this powerful and poignant homegoing service footage for SunRa.
FYI, that was Marshall Allen wailing on the alto sax. He recently turned 100 years old. He is the current leader of the orchestra. They're still going strong. He was with SunRa for, probably most of his life. And he was a very special person to SunRa.
The oldest living jazz musician.
Oldest living
And
jazz musician.
one of the trumpeters is the late Jothan Callens, who's from Inslee.
Right.
The thing about SunRa is, SunRa his whole life said that he had come from outer space. And even when he lived here in Birmingham, he talked about space and his Spaceways philosophy. He was always, sort of otherworldly all along from the get-go. But because SunRa was so otherworldly in so many ways, and because he created this mythology that says, I was not from the planet Earth, I came from the planet Saturn, and all of that, I think people for so many years have kind of taken SunRa at his word. People have kind of dismissed his actual earthly roots. So not to take away from the extraordinary mythology around SunRa, which is very important, very meaningful. But as Guillaume said to me the other day, SunRa is from Saturn, and he's also from Birmingham. What a lot of people haven't taken account of, I think, is the ways in which the Magic City shaped SunRa's his music and his philosophy all his life. Do I look at them?
Yeah.
Ignore the camera.
Yeah, you ignore it with them.
Okay, they didn't tell me I was going to talk so much.
But brief at the same time.
Brief. Wait, but we're going to start by saying this is footage from City Stages, 1989.
You could be a stand-up.
All right, we are going to move into the celebration now with some footage from Birmingham, Alabama, 1989. SunRa brought his orchestra back to the place that he started and played at the very first City Stages Music Festival in this city. As did Erskine Hawkins, who is Birmingham's other great jazz import. Both of their bands played, and we're going to see SunRa lead, I think, the Street Strut Puppet Parade to City Stages. We'll see a little bit of Amos Gordon, director of the Birmingham Heritage Band, playing on stage. You'll see Amos Gordon doing some cool dance moves. You'll see Erskine Hawkins on the trumpet, and I think you'll see the late and great Dr. Frank Adams on the saxophone. All of that from City Stages 1989. And right after that, while they were in town, SunRa did an extra bonus free show over at Southern Dance Works here in Birmingham. We'll see some footage for that too. And the audience, all of you who are here tonight, are invited. You'll hear them sing a song called Enlightenment, Strange Mathematics, Rhythmic Equations. You are invited to get up, to dance, to sing along. If you've got some drums, please get drumming and enjoy. As tomorrow night is the anniversary. Tomorrow is the anniversary of SunRa's departure from this planet. So let's celebrate the legacy of SunRa by sending him off again with this footage from City Stages, Birmingham, Alabama.
I'm his niece, great niece. On my mom's side. My mom, dad, and SunRa were brothers. Number 5.
How long was he back in Birmingham?
Cause when he came back, when they brought him back on the train, and he was sick then.
He was sick then?
Yeah, he was sick then. He stayed with his sister, and then ended up in the hospital. Yeah, like my mom had
Cut.
Perfect.
Perfect. It was great.
told you they wish to speak to you. There are other worlds.
There are.
They are.
There are.
They have not told you. Thank you so much for all that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're the man.
That went wonderful.